Hi, Martin here. I show you what we are drawing in the next 20 minutes. Exactly this one within the next 20 minutes with no speed up in real time, and I show you how you can do it. I got a request to show how to draw these forests, and so that every forest is part. No more forests here? No. So every tree is a part of a forest, and many trees are a forest. We start by drawing a tree, and this is a very simple practice with simple tools. So let's take this 0.2. It's a Tiki graphic, something like a micro pen or fineliner, and a brush pen. You can either use these more expensive one because they are of metal, or this is a pentel marker, and is good as well. It's just a feeling in the hand. No, they are the same weight, so whatever you prefer. And so that it's, in this case, it doesn't depend what kind of paper you use. Of course, you get some deeper blacks when you use something like these aquarelle paper, 300 grams. This is a work I will do one of my next videos about coloring this from gray to blue to here positive, colorful part of this city, as well as I will do a tutorial about how to finish this concept work. Okay, but for now we use really a cheap, it's about €6 for I think 280 pages. You get these, I show you. So of course it comes fresh and clean, but I don't care them very. I take them every day with me, and so. But you get it in a good condition, of course, in a double back, and this double back is about €16 at Amazon. So when you search for craft sketchbook, something like this, and even it's I think more a cheap paper, it holds the ink very good. It's have a nice feeling and a nice surface. So my old day sketchbook, and really a sketchbook for experimenting and not for making great art, for practicing and so on, as well as for watercolor, larger black arrows, and so on. Okay, and maybe it looks a little bit weird or complicated, but believe me, it isn't. This is even easier as well, such a cheaper sketchbook, but this have a smoother surface and more white than this one. Okay, so let's start. So in this case, we don't use a reference photo. We do it just from imagination, from fantasy. But of course, in the end, it should be a tree that could be possible. So all we have to know is that the tree have three parts. So there is the crown, there are branches, and the trunk and the roots. And that's it. When you remember these three things, some leaves maybe, then you're good to go. And we start immediately. I will do this whole video in real time, so there is no fast forward. So maybe don't take a coffee, take a sheet of paper, any sheet of paper like this one, and some fine liner, fountain pen, or a pencil. Okay, so let's start with our first tree in the foreground, so it's a thicker one, and we do two parallel lines, and that's pretty much it. So see, so not very complicated. And then we do some texture here. This is up to you. And that we see the effect of this brush pen, this nice deep black shadows. I show you as well here in this first part. So in this case the light is coming from the upper right side, and so we will get a shadow from the ground here. But before we start with the ground, we do some Mont Blanc here, and then we have a thicker part where we can do another thinner one, and then of course one with some leaves. And I only give the idea of these grouped leaves with the shadow here and underneath. And of course the shadow in this case is here. So, and now we go on with our line work. Let's see, we have here one in the middle, some leaves, and these are just convex and concave lines. So it's like this when I do it a little bit thicker, and then we do these shadow parts, and this we do it in a smaller size. And here the shadows are very important. It's also a helpful exercise when you're sitting on plein air, so outside, or you have a reference photo for a tree. So don't concentrate on the things you know about a tree, like when you have been in younger ages and you see a tree, but you don't draw the actual tree. You draw it from what you think a tree should look like. So the exercise should be just concentrate on the black shadows. No lines, only black shadows. And then there you will easily find a very individual graphic language. So what's so-called your style, maybe. And I think that's more helpful than when you on and on try to draw exactly one special tree. It was the way I learned the best, as well as from my architectural drawings. Okay, so let's go on, and we of course will have some variations with the other trees in this forest. And it's just a little meditation. You can hear music or watch a streaming episode or a film like I do often in the evening while drawing. And so after half an hour or an hour the page is full with a forest. So then here more. just try not to draw too uniform, too even. So think about variety and diverse shapes. The only thing to mention is that you do the shadow on the bright side of life. So let's say here, and then from this middle part there will be a shadow as well here, and then there we have another branch out of nowhere, out of this, and then another here, and some single leaves as well as grouped one. So these are more all small grounds, so not one big one. I even don't know if such tree exists, but it could be. I really believe in this, that it could be. Texture. Another branch is coming out of here. And I'm not a fan of this cross hatching. I'm more like these parallel lines, but this is really up to you. It's what you prefer. I like these parallel lines and then draw over them with my deep blacks. And of course you can color it with watercolor after the line work is done. So let's do here some bushes, bush. I don't know the word, how it spells correctly. So by the way, greetings from Austria. It's about 9:30 in the evening. So it's very quiet. And we can do this video. So, and now let's do a thinner one in the background. And this is another trunk. So, with here, so, and another one, let's say a little bit an angled one. And here we start with a closed crown. And another one here, which is then really in the background, so it's very thin. And I'm doing this because I want to show you that most of the time when there is a forest, it gets darker and darker because you see all the trees standing nearby. And when you adding these shadows here, you get nice white areas and black areas, and this is the very important contrast of this this art of inking. And now I do this background, so it's more about the shadow than it's the line work itself. You see? So I think now after 10 minutes, roughly 10 minutes, you have a first idea how this works. And we will go further on with as well here some bushes at the ground. This one ends behind the tree. Well, let's say it's very close to the first one. And we need here some texture to separate it from the crown, the leaves, the background, and so that everybody immediately knows what we can see here. And of course think a little bit about the line. So when here the line starts, goes further on here and here. Another one behind here. And here I will darken these lines with some white highlights, of course. So then when we do the blacks in between, there you have an idea of what's going on in this deep, dark forest. An angled one or curved. And this is really I enjoyed very much to draw this, even in the night. And see how in this case, this forest is growing up. While your family is sleeping or watching TV. Let's see how far I can go in 20 minutes. So maybe I play some music now, and like I promised, I don't speed up this video. Let's hear some nice calm music. And I have left 6 minutes, and I will be concentrated on the drawing, and I will hear in 6 minutes. We will hear us, you will hear me in 6 minutes, of course, so, but now, music please. Okay, now you see on my watch here it's now full 20 minutes, so you can imagine when you can do this in 20 minutes, so full forest like this is done in 1 hour. I just want now to finish this part so that we have a little bit of closed shape. So give me just 1 or 2 minutes. One important thing, don't try to fill up these really deep black parts with your fineliner. It won't be the same. I tried it and it's not the same. It's not these deep blacks because this ink goes very deep into the paper, and so we get this nice, not shiny, but very deep black. So I hope you enjoyed watching this, and you also like to draw something like this for hours on and on, because it's a real fun. It's a good practice when you're a little bit stressed or want to take a rest of the world around you. Maybe this is the reason why I do this the last days. So also a little bit the rest of my architectural drawings. Okay, so I think, and of course you can send me your drawings, your first or maybe your later drawings with this subjects, this topic, trees and forests. Maybe you find a complete other way how you want to sketch this part of the nature. So I'm excited what I will see within the next days. So I will show you a bigger, I will zoom in a little bit. Yeah. So this is about a 20-minute sketch on cheap paper with some easy to get tools. Hope to see you soon within my next video, and stay well. Bye.